welcome back to our second to last Sunday school on video. Can you believe that? Is finally coming close to an end. We have this one. This one is for Sunday, May 8th, is that right? And then next Sunday, May 16th will be our last one. And then the Sunday after that will be May 23rd, and we will be meeting in person at Trinity Church at 10 o'clock, face to face with masks, and we will be excited to see everybody in person. So, but today we are starting a new unit. I've just prepared all of your new items for the next 5 weeks. You should have received a new bag. So I guess the first thing, whenever we get a new bag, what we're supposed to do, go ahead and get the packet out, Colin. Find your green folder. Pause the video if you have to go look for it. Yes. When you get your green folder, take out, hold on. Open the prongs, open the pieces. Take all these papers out from all the Easter stories. Please hold tight, okay? All the Easter stories. If you did the stuff, great. If you didn't and you still want to, you can tuck it away for next Easter, or you can recycle. It's okay, okay? Sometimes we just don't get to everything, okay? Would you set that down over there? We don't get to everything either, okay? So don't feel bad. Then in this big packet that comes out of your bag, okay? You see 2 paper clips. One paper clip is holding everything together, and you can take that one off. And then, I always stick them here. Look at my collection of paper clips in my folder. And then you will see that there's a section that has holes punched. Okay, that's the section. Can you hold this neatly without dropping it? Because it's in order. Okay. The section that has holes we're going to put in the prongs. Okay. The letter is a little bit different this week. It has some important information for your family about when we start in-person class. So please make sure that your family reads the letter on the front page this time to make sure that you know all the details about when we open for in-person, okay? Now your folder looks like it always does with Growing in God's Love at the top. But the letter is a little bit new, so make sure that you look at it this time, okay? Then all the other papers get stacked up, and if they fit, they just slide right in that back pocket of the folder. If they don't fit in the folder, then just put the paper clip back on and stick them back in the bag, okay? If everything stays in the folder and the bag, then you can find it when you need it. Okay, Colin, would you put that back in the bag for now, please? Thank you. Not upside down. It'll fall out. Thank you. Something important to know about the items in your bag. When we do start in person on May 23rd, you can bring your bag along with you, and you'll have all the supplies you need, and there won't be the process of passing things out to everybody, okay, and all the touchy-touchy, okay, because you'll already have it all ready to go.
What
so
about, like the crayons and pencils they'll use?
You will have brand new toolboxes with crayons and pencils and scissors and glue sticks assigned to you only. Okay, only you will touch them. Just a little bit like school. Okay, you will have a toolbox that will be yours only, with only your germs and nobody else's. Okay, and that will be assigned with your name on it so that you don't have to share. Okay, gone are the days of a big bucket of markers and you dig through and find the color you want. No more of that. Okay, so that will be very exciting. Would you please put your feet down and sit up? Thank you very much. One mention about bringing your bag along for Sunday school. If you forget, I will have extra supplies at Sunday school because I think somebody might forget their bag. But if you really want your supplies to be sanitary and nobody touching them, then bring your own bag. Okay, that's where we're at with that. All right, I think it is time to say a prayer and get this lesson started. Okay?
I want the story.
Yeah, the first prayer is going to be the same for our whole unit. Our new unit is called Healings and Miracles. Okay? And it will be all about different people that Jesus healed and different miracles that Jesus did during his ministry on earth. People that got better because Jesus made them well.
That means maybe, there's a story about he put mud on this guy's eyes and then he saw again.
You're right. Guess what? We're not even doing that one. There are so many, and we're only going to do 4 of them, actually, because one of those weeks is Pentecost. The week we meet back at church will be Pentecost.
Yay.
So we're only really doing 4 of the stories of Jesus healing people, and putting mud on the blind man is a different one that we're not even going to get to. But that's okay, because there are lots of other good ones. Okay?
And Mommy,
Huh?
I like when there's stories that I haven't heard yet.
True.
Because then it's less boring.
Okay, so these will mostly be stories you haven't heard yet.
yes,
And
it'll
they
be
will
really fun.
exciting and new, and you'll know more about the Bible and more about Jesus than you did before. All right, today's prayer is an action prayer, and it's going to be the same opening action prayer for every lesson in our unit, okay? So as you copy our motions, you'll start to learn it, and every Sunday you'll know the motions and you'll know what to do, okay? I'm not going to put on a slide with the words like I always do, because I want you to see our hand motions this time, okay? So listen carefully to the words, and you can repeat after us and copy our hand motions. And I'm still learning, so forgive me if I look at the book to try to get the motions as well, okay? We're going to start by putting, let's see. We're going to start, does it say candle? I don't even know if it says candle, but let's get our candle. Would you get our candle? Colin hasn't got to light it in a bit. Why do we light the candle?
For Jesus' light.
Yes, to remember Jesus' light. Good. You can move that over a little so it shows. There we go. Okay? All right. You have your candle. Go ahead and light it. And now we will pray. Are you ready? Ready, Colin? Here we go. Look to the camera. Put your feet down. Okay? God, you are above.
God, you are above.
You are below.
You are below.
Good job. You are inside us.
You're inside us.
And all around us.
And all around us.
Good job. Don't hit somebody. Okay. I worship you.
I worship you.
I give myself to you.
I give myself to you.
I love you
I love you.
with all that I am.
With all that I am.
Amen.
Amen.
We will keep working on that prayer all month, and we will be good at it when we're done. You can get your story Bible, your Growing in God's Love story Bible. Colin, go ahead and open it this time and find page 250. 250 for our first story about a miracle and a healing that Jesus did. When we meet in person, you can also bring your story Bible, and that way you'll be able to read along with us. And I will have extras if you forget yours. 250. Thank you, Colin. Good. You'll notice as you're flipping through that on 248, there's an opening to the healings and miracles section, okay? And now we are going to read this story. The title is Friends Who Help. It is based on Luke chapter 5, verses 15 through 26. Hear now the word of the Lord. Have you ever had a friend who needed help? Maybe. What did you do? Can you think of a time when a friend needed help? Maybe at school? Maybe out playing? Here, let me help you climb up. Let me help you get what you dropped. Let me help you understand this problem or sound out this word.
Today I was showing Luke how to climb this tree.
Okay, very good. Okay, let me help you tie your shoes. Okay, there are lots of ways we can help
You
our
were
friend.
teaching me how to tie my shoes.
This story is about 4 friends who wanted to help their friend who could not walk. The room was full. No space, not for even one person. People crowded around Jesus, who sat in the corner, teaching them about God's love. His fellow Jews from Galilee, Judea, and Jerusalem listened carefully. Up the road came 4 friends carrying a man on a cot. Their friend could not walk. They knew Jesus could heal him, but they couldn't get into the house. What could they do? Can you imagine like a stretcher, a bed that the man is lying on, okay? And there's one friend at each corner. One, like it's a rectangle, 1, 2, 3, 4. One friend on each corner and the man is lying there, okay? There were no wheelchairs in those days, okay? No wheeled beds or anything.
There was stretchers. That's a stretcher.
The man is lying on a stretcher. They call it a cot or a mat in the story, okay? And his friends, one on each corner, carry him, and he wants to see Jesus. And the friends, they know that if Jesus could just see him, he could heal him. But Jesus is deep inside that house, and it is crowded, and there's no way they're going to be able to push their friend through the crowd. I have an idea, said one friend. Let's go up on the roof. We can make a hole and lower him down. Carefully, they climbed the stairs to the roof. In those days, many people had stairs going to the roof because the roof was like their patio or their backyard. Okay?
Oh.
Not all of them had a yard, okay? But a lot of them, they had a flat roof, not a triangle roof, but a flat roof. And they would go up there to sit in the evening and enjoy the cool breeze. Or if there was a messy task that they didn't want to do in the house, they would take it up to the roof to do a messy task. Or, what else did they do? Dry the laundry, that kind of thing up on the roof.
Did you ever have picnics up there?
Probably picnics and stuff upstairs too, okay? If it was hot in the house, they would go up on the roof and enjoy a breeze, okay? So these men climbed up to the roof of someone else's house that they don't know. They cut a hole in the roof of this house that isn't theirs. But they made a hole in the roof. This picture shows that they moved some tiles. Okay, they moved some roof tiles so that they could lower him down in front of Jesus. Okay?
But how is this going to work out? That
Yeah.
sounds kind of mean.
Well, but they want to help their friend. They really, really want to help their friend. Maybe they fix the hole later, okay? They really want to help their friend. So imagine Jesus is in this room, packed with people, teaching them about God's love, and all of a sudden, bits and pieces start falling from the roof right in front of him. And he's like, what is going on? And pretty soon he sees somebody looking through the hole. Somebody going, I did it! I got a hole! And pretty soon the tiles start disappearing, and pretty soon the mat, I guess they had ropes or something, and the mat starts going through the hole in the roof. And from Jesus' point of view, this man on a mat comes lowering down on ropes down in front of him. And suddenly, Jesus is sitting there looking at a man. The crowd moves back a little to make room because they're shocked. They don't know what's going on. There's a man lying on a mat, looking up at Jesus saying, hi, I can't walk, but it's nice to meet you. Okay? Jesus looked up. He saw how much the 4 friends loved the man on the cot. He told the man who could not walk, friend, you are forgiven.
The guy on the wall?
The guy on the mat.
Forgiven?
His fellow Jews looked at one another. Who is this person who thinks that he can forgive other people? Only God can forgive.
No, that's wrong.
What about God's son?
Jesus knew why they were saying this. He said to them, what's your problem? Is it easier to say you are forgiven or to say, stand up and walk. Pay attention so that you can understand that God has given me the power to heal and forgive sins. Jesus said to the man who could not walk, stand up, pick up your cot, and go home. Immediately the man stood up. He picked up his cot and walked out of the house. As he left, he praised God. The people in the crowded room were amazed by what they had seen. They praised God too. Many said, we have seen incredible things today. Incredible. Word of wisdom, word of grace.
Thanks be to God.
Amen. Wow. Have you been picturing all this as it happens in your head? There's a lot to absorb here. Okay?
What I've been thinking is like when they did holes, like someone got a wrecking ball and they just dropped the ball on the roof.
Yeah, they didn't do that, but they probably picked the tiles out. Okay?
And
So that
mine,
they can make a hole.
Mine was really funny.
Why do you think so many people were packed into that room to see Jesus?
Because he's so important.
Yeah, Jesus.
But they
He
didn't.
rose from the dead.
He didn't do any of that yet, though. This is all before. Okay.
Oh.
This is before they even realized that he was the Son of God. This is early on. I guess I didn't mention that. That's why they're so confused. They're like, how can he say you're forgiven? Okay, they didn't even realize he was God at that point. But there was something about what he had to say that was important. Would you sit up, please? Which do you think is harder? Forgiving someone's bad choices or telling someone they're healed and they can get up and walk for the first time ever?
They're both a bit hard.
Healed.
The healed one is harder or easier, do you think?
Easier.
Easier. Have you ever told someone
No.
you're healed? I'm going to heal you right now.
No.
Have you ever forgiven someone when they did something mean to you?
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah. Sometimes. Mean things happen. People do things. And you have to forgive them. So we can forgive each other. Okay? God is the one ultimately that forgives our bad choices. Please sit up. Thank you. Okay. Another question I was going to ask you. Oh, the story ends by saying, no, please, thank you. The story ends by saying that the people were amazed by what they saw. Okay? Have you seen amazing things that God has done?
Not really.
No.
Never?
Not really. I don't think so.
Is there anything in creation that God made that amazes you?
A duck-billed platypus.
A duck-billed platypus amazes you? God made that.
Because it's like, it's got like a different part of different kinds of creatures.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's a mammal, but it lays eggs, and it has a duck beak,
Very strange.
and it has fur,
and
Very
it swims.
And duck feet.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen a beautiful sunset?
Yeah.
Does that amaze you?
Yeah.
Does that make you think how creative God is?
Yeah.
Yeah? Have you ever...
He's kind of an inventor.
Yeah, he is. Have you ever thought about the universe, the earth and the stars and the sun?
I think how like he made constellations is cool.
Yeah. Or about our bodies and how they work and how they heal themselves. How you get a scratch and your body makes it go away without any medicine sometimes.
Yeah.
Okay? Sometimes we need medicine, but our bodies are amazing. And God made us. He has done some...
Our bodies have their own medicine.
Yeah, incredible, incredible things. Okay?
And it's so cool.
It is pretty cool. Now, the last thing I want to ask is about helping friends. Do you think these friends did the right thing to help the one they loved?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Even though they cut a hole in someone's roof.
Even though they hurt someone else's house, do you think maybe they came back and fixed it later?
Probably.
If they're such good people, they probably did. If they love their friend that much, they probably were kind enough to go back and fix the other hole that they made, but their friend could walk. How did that man feel?
Happy, really grateful.
Have you ever, I started out by asking you, have you ever done something to help your friend? Please put your feet down. Here's a new question. Has a friend ever helped you that much?
You've helped
Maybe
me
not
tie my
that
shoe.
much.
Maybe not that much.
Well, you don't help me. Well, you tied my shoe.
Okay, yeah. I can think of a few times in my life, excuse me, a few times in my life when my friends have done some really wonderful things
Like when
for
a
me.
lady held your cart when you were trying to put baby Luke in.
Yeah, that was one of the, and she wasn't even my friend. She was just a kind stranger. Okay? There are so many things that I can think of when my friends have done wonderful things for me. Okay?
And you kicked the cart, and the cart went rolling.
Please sit up. Okay, thank you. Today, our lesson is all about, I told you no. Would you please stop interrupting the lesson? No, don't touch. Thank you. Okay. This lesson has so much about God's love and about being a good friend to others. Okay. I hope that you will join us for our Zoom class on Sunday at 11:30. Okay. We will sing some songs and we will make a project, okay, for this. Now, for the project, you're going to need a box, okay? It's not in your bag. I didn't provide one for everybody, okay? Some ideas of a box. If you have an empty tissue box, you could bring that, okay? Don't pull all the tissues out, but if you have an empty one, okay, you're gonna need just the inside openness of the box. So if you have a tissue box, we'll have to cut out, I say we, you, will have to cut out the piece with the plastic in it, the piece where the tissues come out, okay, so that you just have the other 5 faces of your box. The other way you could do it is a shoe box. If you have any shoe boxes in your house that are empty, okay, or something like it, any kind of box. A little Amazon box or something would do as well, any kind of little box. We are going to make a diorama. Do you know what that is?
Never idea.
No idea what a diorama is?
Never heard.
The box is going to be the house. And we're going to draw, there's a drawing paper in your bag. We're going to draw all the people crowded in the house. We're going to draw Jesus. And we're going to draw the 4 friends. And then we're going to draw, we're going to put a man on a mat. And then we're going to use scissors and cut a hole in our box. And lower the man down and
How
to
do you
see
lower it?
Jesus. Well, you better join us on Zoom so that you can do it with us. Okay? It'll be really
I
fun.
have a little like.
Okay? Here,
I thought there was ribbon in here.
well, for this one, you're going to need, let's see, the drawing paper that is very first in the back of the folder that says Lesson 1.
This is
That's
really
the drawing
exciting.
paper we're going to use to draw all the people. And then there's a baggie that says Lesson 1, and it has an index card and some string. That index card, that's the man's mat. We're going to draw the man on the mat, and then we're going to put the strings on it and lower him through the box. Okay, it'll be fun. It'll be a fun little way to act out the story. Okay, so I hope that you will join us, and we're going to wrap this up with a prayer. And I think I have one here for us. Where did it go? It got lost. Here we are. Okay, are you ready to close up with a prayer? And thank God for this story. You can repeat after me. God, we thank you for friends who help us.
God, we thank you for friends who help us.
Today we give our thanks for...
Today we give our thanks for...
And everybody say a name. Say a name.
Everyone.
Say a name in
Jesus.
your head. Okay, good. All right, good.
I said everyone.
God, thank you for making Jesus our friend.
God, thank you for making Jesus.
Okay.
Teach us to be friends who help others.
Teach us to be friends that help others.
Amen.
Amen.
All right. Thank you, kids. We hope to see you on Zoom. Go in peace.
Bye.